Come on, birds. Come on. Okay, it looks like all the birds are out. This is Gold Country Challenge, race number 3. It's Friday morning at 7:20. I just released them here. It's about halfway down Highway 305 between Austin and Battle Mountain, Nevada. That's facing south-southwest where the birds are going. It's mostly sunny here at release, just some thin wispy clouds. It was supposed to be either partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, especially to the west, and so far I'm not seeing that. I kind of figured it was going to be better than that, and it is. I think at least the first 50 or 60 miles are going to look like this, basically mostly clear with just some thin wispy clouds and a little bit of ground fog trying to develop. Really cold here at release. It's 15 degrees right now. It was 11 when I pulled up about an hour ago. Overnight I slept in Valmy and it was 9 degrees in Valmy, so it was pretty frigid. So far they're doing good. They should basically be heading essentially right out towards those lower mountains, maybe just a little bit to the right, and I'm already losing them. This spot takes the birds. It's really more in line with Death, the final, than the spot we used to go to on the south end of Winnemucca. But maybe it's a little bit south, maybe from what they should be. But I'm hoping that if the birds come more towards the middle of the lake, maybe not having to go over the top of Mount Rose, they'll avoid some of those falcons. I don't know if you can see them. They're way out there, but they're doing really well. They're up high and they're going over those mountains already. As the day goes on, I think it will cloud up, but it's going to be the more like high, thin overcast. So I think for the most part, the birds are going to have sun most of the way, and it's going to be a lot less cloudy than last week. A little bit of a light tailwind, maybe the first 50 to 100 miles if they get any at all. I definitely saw some driving up last night, but there's nothing right now. And then the last 100 miles or so, more of a variable wind, and then a headwind once they get to the west slope of the Sierras and down to the house. But that would just be the last 50 or 60 miles. I think back at the loft, high is only in the 40s today, so it's going to be cold everywhere, but really cold up here. When I was doing the waters this morning, every time I touched my wet finger or touched my wet glove to anything, it would stick to it because the trailer was pretty much frozen. Well, it looks like they're pretty much gone. It's only been about 3 minutes since release, and I can barely see them out there, so that's a good sign. Last week, about 7 or 8 minutes later, I could still see them even after I was done with the video. Whereas this week, they're gone in 3+ minutes, so that's a good sign. Skies are beautiful. These are the high desert mountains. Those are about 6,000-foot mountains out here in Nevada. You can see they have a dusting of snow on them. Some of the taller ones behind me have a little bit more, but this is nothing compared to the Sierras. The Sierras had 3 to 4 feet of snow, of new snow, when I was going over. So the ski resorts are up to 4+ feet now. Some of them I think have 5 feet of snow. Just massive snow banks on the side of the road. But out here in Nevada, generally, you know, in the high desert, you just get a dusting, whereas on the Sierras, you just get huge influx of snow from storms like that. Roads were great out in Nevada. Roads were not so good going over the Sierras. It was pretty hairy a few times last night going over Donner just from runoff during the day from snow melt creating ice in the lanes, but just had to go slower. Good luck on race 3. If the birds come good today, hopefully go 5 or 6 days. Right now the weather actually looks pretty good for next week, so we'll see if that holds, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. We're just going to hope for the best. Good luck. Take care.